picking your career is hard. Luckily, the only career decision you ever have to make is picking your university major. Once you've picked that, everything else just falls into place. You'll have the perfect career and the perfect life and live happily ever. Wait, what's that? Oh. Yeah, so turns out that was not true at all. Whoops. So let's figure out what happens instead. If you've watched my previous videos, you'll know that I'm on a mission to figure out this quarter-life crisis thing. Like, we're getting through this, okay? Now, to solve a problem, we first need to understand the problem. In my last video, I went deep into the root causes of quarter-life crisis to understand why it happens. Today, I want to take a closer look at how exactly this big drama unfolds and build a roadmap so you can figure out at which stage of this crisis journey you are and hopefully take on a less panicky and more curious perspective. We're turning down the panic mode and turning up the investigator mode. Did I buy this just for this video? Possibly, but was it worth it? I mean, you decide. So I've designed this 5-step roadmap model of going through a career crisis. Let's call it panic parkour. Panic parkour. So the first segment of the parkour I'm gonna call Follow the Yellow Brick Blueprint. When you pick what to do after high school, you could say that you're picking a blueprint for your career. In my case, I decided to study mechanical engineering, so I picked the mechanical engineering blueprint. And at first, this was going great. At least in the sense that I knew what to do next. I looked at the blueprint and was like, okay, I guess I need to pass all of these classes. Let's go. So I did that. First part of the blueprint, check. Yeah. The next segment of the parkour I'll call, is this a blueprint or a Swiss cheese? So then I was like, this blueprint is not super clear on what to do next, but I guess I should get an entry-level engineering job. Makes sense, right? So I did that. Second part of the blueprint, check. I stayed in that job for 3.5 years, and then I was like, that was fine. I don't really want to do this forever. I also don't really want to go where the people high up are. I wonder what I should do next. Which brings us to the third segment of the panic parkour. That moment you realize ... So 3.5 years into my career, I took out the blueprint again, looking to get some answers on what to do next. This thing doesn't tell me what to do either. The blueprint for my career doesn't build me the whole thing? What do you mean I have to make my own decisions? Well, how do I do that? What a scam. You probably realized by now that that moment you realize ... stands for that moment you realize that picking a major was only the first decision of many and that you actually have to take control of your life. And you would be correct. I experienced this moment myself sometime last year when I was applying to new engineering jobs, but I didn't find any that I felt excited about. And then suddenly I had this random thought, does it have to be an engineering job? This is a frustrating and scary moment, but it's also a little bit exciting because it allows us to see some new options we didn't think possible before. I'm so happy this happened because gosh, did I come up with some cool ideas, but we're getting ahead of ourselves. What happens after that moment? Okay, now it's career crisis o'clock. Yep. We feel lost, we feel uncertain, we feel overwhelmed, we panic a little or a lot. We don't know what to do, we feel a little excited. Wait, no, it's panic. Or is it? Maybe we should quit our jobs and start a cafe that's also a bookstore in Antarctica. Oh no, panic. Maybe we should stay in this exact job for 25 years. Maybe we should do an MBA. Maybe we should start a startup. No, I know. We should go into consulting for 2 years and decide afterwards. I'm personally in this phase right now, so the next phase 5, is more of a hypothetical. Like, I really hope this phase exists because otherwise we're screwed. And that 5th part of the parkour I'm gonna call figuring stuff out, I guess. Okay, I guess I have to figure out what to do with this. You know what? Maybe if I try to make something out of this. Hey, I've got wings. Now I just need to figure out which direction to launch this in. I don't know. I'm holding on to the plane for dear life. But turns out if I hold on too long before I let go, this happens. So let's try that again. Ready? Aim, fire. Hey, I made it all the way over there. Okay, that's not bad. Let's reevaluate. Maybe upgrade the wings. Okay, ready, aim, fire. And this is how you build a career. Well, it's at least a preliminary model of what I think happens during the different stages of your quarter-life crisis. I hope you have all the answers now. Right, so I'm definitely not done with quarter-life crisis, but I've developed some tools that have at least gotten me through to a more advanced stage of crisis, and I feel excited about the future again. So this is the start of a video series dedicated to going through quarter-life crisis and hopefully coming out the other end stronger, clear on what we want, excited to go for it, and able to take action. If this sounds just like what you need, then you should check out the first video of the series where I dive deep into the reasons of why we're in this crisis mess in the first place.